Welcome back to the channel. On today's episode, we're going to talk about why you should not become a notary signing agent. This will help you determine if you're thinking about jumping into the business, why you should not do it. And at the end of the video, if it sounds like, you know what, I am actually made for this business, it'll help you to jump in. And if you're interested past that point, this channel has a ton of content to start, build, and grow your notary signing agent business. So if you're interested in that, feel free to subscribe to the channel so you're always notified of when our new content is rolling out every single week. Now, as far as this particular episode, I'm going to cover all the different bullet points of why you shouldn't become a notary signing agent. So let's get started. Number one, employee mentality. So what does that mean when I say that? So if you are so used to working for someone else, listening to someone tell you exactly what to do, where to be, at what time, and giving you step-by-step instructions on how to do your job, then this business is probably not going to be a good fit, because as a notary signing agent, you have to really think outside of the box about how you get business from the first place, whether it's signing service business or direct title business relationships with title companies, realtors, lenders. There is no game plan. There is no blueprint for exactly how to do it from start to finish. And even if there is a decent blueprint, things are going to come up in businesses, roadblocks, hurdles, and you're not going to know how to get over them until you experiment and try. So if you're so used to being told what to do, this is probably not a good fit for you. Number two, staying motivated. There will become a point where you're in your journey and your fire starts to dwindle. When you're first getting started, you're thinking about quitting your job and making extra money. The fire and the motivation is high. But like anything, motivation is so fickle. It's not something that's going to keep pushing you farther and farther. It comes and it goes. So you have to actually come up with discipline and daily activities and thinking about your whys that really get you going to stay hungry and motivated in this business. So if you don't think that you're going to have that motivation, if you're not going to be a self-starter, it may not be a good fit for you. Number three, startup costs. It's a business. There is no, well, I can just get started for free. That's not the case. It's not like where you can, join Uber or download the app, put in your profile, scan your driver's license, you can start taking passengers day one with zero investment. No, there are startup costs. So if you're going to be a notary signing agent, you have to invest in things like a dual tray printer, a mobile scanner, office supplies, letter paper, legal paper. You got to get stamps. You got to pay for commissions. You got to pay for training if you're taking the job seriously. You got to get an errors and omissions insurance. You may have to get a bond depending on what state you're in. You might have to get a title producer license depending on what state you're in. There's so many other things that go into it. You're talking anywhere between, at minimum, $1,000, upwards of $2,000 plus, depending on where you get your equipment and how crafty you are about getting deals on different items. So there is money that you got to put out up front, and you got to have faith that you're going to make that money in the back end quickly and become profitable. So if that is not for you, you don't have that money set aside, don't go into debt. Don't use a credit card to do all these things. Be smart about it. If you're going to really commit to it, save up so you have cash to pay for it, just in case, so you're not going into debt for that. But there are startup costs. So if that's something that scares you, this might not be a good fit for you. Next, get rich quick scheme. Is this business a get rich quick scheme? No. It's not even close. You're not getting rich long. Like, you could do this for years and years and decades and still never get rich. If you, number one, don't know how to spend and save your money, you don't budget things, you never grow the business to a substantial scale, you never get a big team, so it's not a get rich quick scheme. It's not possible. You're getting paid $70, $80, $90, $100, $150, $200 per appointment. You have to add up a lot of appointments to get substantial income. And even then, you have to be really wise with your money to scale it to a large portion. So if you're looking for a get rich quick scheme, try the next business down the street. Check the next YouTube video. This is not it for you. Next, training required. As I mentioned briefly earlier, in startup costs, if you want to get good at this business, you will need to take training so that you become more knowledgeable about being a great notary, about being a great notary signing agent, which means you need to know the loan documents very, very well, and you need to know how to perform an appointment efficiently so that you're not upsetting the clients, upsetting the signers, because you're taking an hour and a half to do something that should take 15, 20 minutes. So training is so critical when you're getting into business, because you're trying to learn all the things you don't know, which is usually everything unless you have a background in the title business or mortgage business. This is all going to be foreign to you. So if you don't get training, you could save that money, sure, but you are really going to suck when you're done. So when you get rolling, I should say, because you're going to be flying blind and you're going to be upsetting a lot of people and you're going to be burning down bridges. People won't give you business again because you are just that terrible at what you do. So get training, costs money, and not only getting the training, but you're going to have to go back through the training probably many times to really, absorb as much as you can. Because typically you're only going to absorb, 10% of what you read, or, 20% of what you hear and you read. And so it takes a while to get all of that absorbed in your brain. So it's going to take time. So it's not something that is not without effort. Next, you will suck at first. As I mentioned before, any new skill, riding a bike, driving a car, no matter what you think, you are not a good driver when you start. You're not a good bicyclist when you start. You are wobbly, you're shaky, you don't have your balance yet. You're not going to be great the first time out. Spoiler alert. But if you put in the reps and you study the craft and you focus on where you can improve constantly, you will get better quickly. But you will kind of suck at the beginning, and you have to be okay with that. You have to be okay with embracing the suck. But if you're too afraid of failing or failure, probably not a good fit for you. Any business, really, because all businesses, there will be many failures. That's how you learn. People that are most successful also have failed the most. They have learned that many lessons because they failed that many times, which has gotten them better and better, and they've slowly leveled up from learning from all those mistakes. That's part of the process. You got to embrace that. And lastly, committed to success. If you are not committed to this business, in other words, if you're viewing this business like Uber, like DoorDash, like Instacart, no disrespect to people that have done that. I have done those businesses. I've done Amazon Flex. I've done those things as well. I, at the time, viewed them as side hustles, as side income to my main career, my main income. However, this business can easily supplant the business you have at your main income, unless your main income is six figures, then you still could. It'll take a much longer time. But if you're making less than six figures, if you seriously hustle after this business, you could beat your main business that you currently, or your main career that you're currently working at. But if you view it as a side hustle, you're never going to fully commit to it. So you're only going to have side hustle money from it. So you have to be committed to your success. Even if you're doing it part-time and you love what you do on your 9-to-5 business or your 9-to-5 job, and you're viewing this as income on the side for vacations, to pay off debt, whatever, you still have to take the business seriously and commit to doing it at an excellent level to get consistent business, especially when things slow down, because every business has seasonality. And when it slows down, the only people that really feast and eat well are those that have relationships, that are really good at what they do. And that includes this business. If you're a really good signing agent, you got relationship where you're taking care of people, done excellent signings for them, you have, bent over backwards for them. When things lean out, they will watch out for you. But if you're not good at what you do and you're selfish and you don't help each other out, you're going to be out there in the cold. So you have to be committed. Don't toe dip. You have to be committed to this business to really make it work. If you're watching this video, I want you, if you're going to start this notary signing agent journey, if you're on the fence and you have stumbled on this video, I want you to start, build, and scale your business. Quit your 9-to-5 if that's your goal, or make the extra income for the important things in your life that you want to accomplish. I want that for you. But all these things we've talked about, really weigh them in your mind and determine if this business is a potentially good fit or not, because it requires effort. It's not Uber, it's not Instacart. You will actually have to put in money, time to study, effort, and getting good at your craft. And it's not going to come easy to you. The business won't just come to your lap. You will have to work for it. So if that sounds like something you don't want to do, I hope this has saved you a ton of time and money. And if it sounds like, you know what, Brad, forget that. I am willing to commit. I'm willing to go all in. I'm willing to start or build or grow and scale this business. Teach me more. There's plenty of free content on the channel. Check out our playlist for notaries and check that out. There is a ton of content in there, from marketing, direct marketing to signing services. There's just too much to name. Go down the rabbit hole, learn as much as you can for free. And if you're interested in a training course, I don't sell one, but I always recommend on this channel the Loan Signing System by Mark Wills. There's an affiliate link in the description below, or Complete Notary Mentorship if you don't have the Skrilla to shell out for his course. That's another option too. Both are great options by Mark Wills, where they're going to give you a ton of document training to be an expert in the field, and ongoing live mentorships and training to help supplement your knowledge. So you're always on the go and you're always being updated with new information, which I love. And there's also a very supportive Facebook community as well. And if you're in the DMV area, so Maryland, Virginia, District of Columbia, we have a local DMV Loan Signing System Facebook group. It's over 3,300 people strong, where we can ask questions about anything in your business journey. It's a very safe space to ask any questions you want without feeling judged, because there is no negativity in that group, because I'm the admin, so I don't allow that. So if you're interested, you can join that group, DM me, message me, email me, and I'll give you the link to that group as well. So I hope this video has shed some light on whether or not a notary signing agent business is right for you. And if you've enjoyed the content, again, please subscribe to the channel. We make a ton of notary signing agent content to help you feed your family, because I love paying it back and paying it forward, however you want to say it, to help out other notaries, because I was new at once and there was so much to this business. I didn't know what I didn't know. And I always appreciated learning from people people that had already accomplished what I was trying to accomplish. So if you don't know, I'm a notary signing agent, have been for almost 4 years now. I have a notary signing service that's nationwide that helps all of our title clients throughout all 50 states. And using Ron, we cover international closings as well. If you're a notary signing agent who has direct business and you want to get paid to do no work, you warm introduce us to your client via email, Brad@Superlative Signings. The info is in the description. We will gladly pay you 10% commissions on any direct signings they send us for out-of-state closings that you can't do anyway. Now, if you're starting a signing service, don't bother. But if you are not starting a signing service, that can be a great win because number one, you'll get paid to do nothing, which is lovely, direct deposit into your account every month. Number two, your clients get consistent out-of-state closings that they were not getting before. And we love helping title clients, especially because most of the signing services out there, they're not great. They're inconsistent. They're run terribly, as most of the notaries in the community can attest. If you agree, feel free to leave a comment about the sad state of most signing services out there. And number three, it's a win for us, obviously, because we get introduced to a new title client that's an ideal fit that we wouldn't run into otherwise until we start marketing to them, which may be months or years down the road. So it's a win all around. And if you're interested, again, info is in the description below. So thank you so much for tuning into the channel. I appreciate you watching to the end. You are the 1% who is stuck around to the end and is interested in learning and developing themselves. So I appreciate you checking out the info and subscribing to the channel. And until next time, guys, I will see you. Peace.